And we're back. This is Elliot and Jose coming to you from Dreamland Comics in Schaumburg, Illinois. Thank you for joining us here on CCW TV. CCW TV, where a comic book writer and a comic book vendor sit and talk about comics, and we include you on the conversation. All right, so let's jump into something, and I wanted to start off 2010, you know, because John Layman, really, he needs...
Well, we might as well talk about this comic while it's still hot.
Well, yeah, I don't know how long it's going to last.
Yeah.
You know, because it's already gotten to the point where he needs to use these blatant marketing techniques to just get attention for the book. So it was really hot, and then it's cooled substantially.
Well, if there's one thing that John Layman learned from Joe Quesada was
The loud cover.
The loud cover.
The loud cover.
Tits and cocks. That's what you need to put on your covers to sell shit nowadays.
There's tits on this one.
And then in the next issue.
Chew number 7 by John Layman and Rob Guillory. Of course, we're saying a lot of this tongue-in-cheek. Second part of the International Flavor storyline. At the end of the first Taster's Choice story arc, which was collected in the Chew trade that you could got for a nice little...
Swan song, $9.99.
Yeah, 10 shekels, 10 bananas right there. John Layman decides to just switch everything up, change the rules of storytelling, and with International Flavor going kind of a different direction. Tony Chu's on his own, following up on a lead about this bizarre fruit that he discovered in issue number 6 that tastes like chicken. What we have here in issue number 7 is a number of things. First, we revisit an old character, Tony Chu's brother, Chow Chu, who, in the very first issue of Chu, we saw the wonderful disgrace of his character in an incredibly ingenious scene that established how effed up things are in Tony Chu's world with the whole chicken poultry outlawed thing. And we also meet another character where Lindsay Wu, a USDA secret agent, kind of a badass, who, you know, she was on the cover, but she has, of course, the impressive rack and a mouse.
You meant rat.
Rat. And her,
impressive rat.
Right, and the rat. And her rat named Jelly Bean, a specially trained rat named Jelly Bean who has like this cool monocle with, you know, a video camera and all this stuff. You know, pretty badass character, kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is where the review, if you haven't read this book yet, you need to stop. Because now we deal in some major spoilers. So we tell you right now, we love Chew. This is yet another great issue. If you haven't read it, get it. And read it, and then join us back again to read the rest of this review, okay? All right, now. What does John Layman do to kind of like switch things up again? He creates this great character. This character who I am quite fascinated with, and I want to see more of.
I wonder why.
There's a scene here where they're in an elevator, and, well, Lindsay Yu's got, you know, Tony Chu in a... Okay, let's just show it. She's got her foot to his neck, and the guy can't move. And my goodness, what impressive assets. I swear it looks like they're getting bigger with each panel.
He's doing the old Wally Wood trick.
Yeah.
That he used to do with Power Girl.
Ah, just keep getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And you know it's them just having fun with the whole, you know, women with big boobs convention. He sets up this great character, really intriguing. You think there's going to be this whole plot line, you know, surrounding this character. And what does the son of a bitch do? Just as we get to know her and we really kind of get to like her, he kills her. Kills her off. Bam! We meet her. Like page 4. Bam! Page 22. She's done. Gone. And I don't even... And, you know, to me, that's not even the most disappointing part. Is that Jelly Bean? Jelly Bean doesn't look like he's going to do very well, too. I think, you know what? I know John Layman's got a cat, but I think he hates animals. I really do. I think he hates animals. I'd want to check his crawl space.
I know. Looking at these pages, I think he might be becoming a new Brian Michael Bendis.
Yeah, he's pretty misogynistic too. The way he's beating up.
No, but the thing I liked about this was it introduced this character, and she's in the USDA, and you're thinking like, oh, this is gonna be Chew's foil. This is gonna be his new nemesis, right?
Right.
So you're like, okay, you're going along with it, and then no, that's not who it is. It's this other guy comes in, takes her out, and he's obviously going to be the foil or the nemesis for Chew. So they totally switches it up in like the last 3 or 4 pages to go, and I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, it's very, very clever, and it just shows how, with this book, as most the better writers do, they take the conventions and they switch them around on you. It's a magic trick. They get you looking at this hand when the trick is going on in this hand and faking you out. So this is one of those books I read it and I really do hate John Layman for it because he just shows what a good writer he is, and he's also playing to Rob Guillory's strengths here. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't think that Rob Guillory, for a guy with the animation background, would be able to do kind of like this action type, kind of gritty and kind of, bloody type of storytelling, and he pulls it off real well. This is a tone. You're walking a really fine line with the tone on this book, and he does it. He does it splendidly with each issue. I'm really impressed. I would like to see, though.
Not as impressive as that turd that he drew in the last issue.
That's
but
true.
It was impressive nonetheless.
Because, you can't just draw a turd. Turd has to be...
It's got to be something special.
Something special. Now I would love to see, and I don't know if this is even possible, but I would like to see Layman and Ellis get together, do a Chew Fell crossover. I would love to see how, the Temple Smith Guillory work would play off each other. Like Tony Chew, goes to Snowtown. That would be pretty awesome. So,
if you say so.
Or backwards, or the other way around. So, John, I know you've been on medication and all that. We still love your book. It's selling. I don't see why you're so worried. Okay, so could you please...
But I think he's going to see a little bit of a bump with this issue.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 2 bumps, even.
Yeah, maybe. But then he's going to lose all the readership with the cock on the cover of the next issue, which I don't want to show you guys because it's pretty blatant cock.
It's pretty, yeah. And that is a
pretty cool cock.
I gotta say, it's an impressive cock.
It is pretty impressive.
It is an impressive cock. In fact, I wish I had a cock like that. When we return, we have yet another review we'll jump into and another announcement. We'll see you then.